Namaste everyone. I am Shruti. I am a lifetime worker at Arsha Samajam, which is situated in Kerala, Trivandrum right now. And how I could associate with Arsha Samajam, I would like to say it first. 10 years back, I was victim of ideological conversion, and it was Arsha Samajam and Acharya Shri K.R. Manoji, the founder and director of Arsha Samajam, who brought me back to Sanatana Dharma. Arsha Samajam क्या है और आर्ष समाजम के संस्थापन कैसे हुआ और इसका एक्टिविटीज़ के बारे में कुछ बोलने चाहती हूँ। 99 में आर्ष समाजम का संस्थापन हुई है। आचार्य श्री के.आर. मनोजी ने संस्थापन किए थे और इसका मिशन जो वेद ग्रंथों में लिखी हुई है, ईश्वर का वाणी होती है, कृण्वन्तो विश्वमार्यम, लेट द यूनिवर्स फिल विथ नोबल वंस। ये मिशन पूरा करने के लिए, टू फुलफिल द मिशन, आर्ष समाजम इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड। ये मिशन पूरा करने के लिए कैसे करें? सनातन धर्म का पंच कर्तव्य का पालन करना चाहिए। पंच कर्तव्य मतलब सनातन धर्म का सही अध्ययन, अनुष्ठान, सही तरह की प्रचारण, अध्यापन और संरक्षण होना चाहिए। ऐसे ही हमारे कृण्वन्तो विश्वमार्यम पूरा कर सकेगा। तो इसलिए संस्थापन हुई थी आर्ष समाजम। इसके लिए 4 कोर्सेस भी तैयारी की गई। आध्यात्मिक शास्त्रम नाम से सनातन धर्म को पद परिचय से सिखाने के लिए कंपैरेटिव रिलीजन भी इसमें इंक्लूड किए गए, ताकि सनातन धर्म और दूसरी मतों के बारे में भी टर्मिनोलॉजी से लेकर एक सिस्टमैटिक स्टडीज़ करने के लिए। और भारतीय संस्कृति नाम की एक कोर्स है, टू लर्न अबाउट द रियल हिस्ट्री, कल्चरल हिस्ट्री, सोशल हिस्ट्री, इंडिपेंडेंस हिस्ट्री, एवरीथिंग। वो असली हिस्ट्री लर्न करने के लिए, सीखने के लिए ये कल्चरल हेरिटेज ऑफ इंडिया मतलब भारतीय संस्कृति कोर्स तैयारी की गई है। और आर्ष योग विद्या यानी शिवशक्ति क्रिया योग विद्या भी सिखाने के लिए एक शिवशक्ति योगा कोर्स भी तैयारी किया गया। और स्टूडेंट्स एक्सलेंस प्रोग्राम करके फिर एक कोर्स भी है बच्चों को हमारे धर्म को और हमारे राष्ट्र की चरित्र के बारे में सीखने के लिए एक मौका देने के लिए। और ये कोर्सेस सिखाते हमारे समाज में श्रेष्ठता लाने की कोशिश करते ही हर एक सिचुएशन में धर्म संरक्षण करना इतना मुश्किल थी पुरानी दुनिया में। जब भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा आए थे और श्री रामचंद्र आए थे, तभी 1 या 2 आदमियों को मारने से धर्म संरक्षण होती थी। मगर आजकल 1 या 2 बल्कि थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल को मारने से धर्म संरक्षण नहीं होगा, बल्कि आइडियोलॉजी के साथ वार करना ही पड़ती है। जो आइडियोलॉजी विच इज़ अगेंस्ट ह्यूमैनिज्म, which is against the peace and harmony of the entire universe. So we had to do another activity, that is bringing back those who are misguided by other ideologies such which is anti-national and anti-humanism like ideologies. उस वक्त मत परिवर्तन का, मतांतरण का बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हमारे समाज में हो रही थी। तो वहाँ उस वक्त ये हमारे कोर्सेस सिखाकर जो कुछ लोग हमारे धर्म से दूसरी एक आइडियोलॉजी में बिना पढ़कर कई इन्फ्लुएंस के वजह से मतांतर होने वाले थे, उन लोगों को वापस लाना, सही रास्ते में लाना, ये एक बड़ा काम करने था। हमारा समाज तो उतनी ब्रेन वॉश्ड समाज है जितनी पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी से, ब्लाइंड पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी से और मिशनरी स्पिरिट से काम करने वाले मतों के लोगों से और इसी तरह कई आइडियोलॉजी से, कई एक्टिविटीज़ से मिसगाइडेड हुए हैं, ब्रेन वॉश्ड हुए हैं। उन लोगों को डी ब्रेन वॉशिंग करके, एंटी इंडोक्ट्रिनेशन करके वापस एक सही रास्ते में लाना, एक ह्यूमन बीइंग हो तुम, ऐसे उन को समझाना वो बड़ा मुश्किल का काम होती है। ये काम भी हम करते हैं, associating with the support and with the keeping the good relation with the other organizations in our society who all working for the betterment of our society. Arsha Vidya Samaj doing this great activity. There are lots of needs our society have, but lots of organization working to fulfill that needs. But Arsha Vidya Samajam mainly focusing on bringing or guiding the people who are becoming anti-nationals, anti-humans, ऐसे तरह जाने वाले लोगों को वापस लाकर उन लोगों को एक अच्छा आदमी बनाने में, श्रेष्ठ व्यक्ति बनाने में फोकस करते हैं। ये तो आर्ष विद्या समाजम का काम के बारे में बोले, एक्टिविटी के बारे में बोलें तो इसी कोर्सेस सिखाकर ये एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं। 99 से लेकर अब 2023 तक we could bring back more than 7,000 people to Sanatana Dharma. Among them, majority were misguided towards Islamic ideologies and that also anti-national ideologies and anti-human ideologies, we would like to say. उसमें भी majority were लव ट्रैप जिहाद में घुसकर आए हुए लड़कियां थी। तो हमारा काम तो सिर्फ केरल में नहीं, सारी दुनिया में हमारा एक्टिविटी का ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि हमारे संस्था के और आर्ष विद्या समाजम के और अब केरला स्टोरी फिल्म के रिलीज़ के बाद इतनी कॉल्स आ रही है, सिर्फ केरल से नहीं, केरल के बाहर से बोलें तो सारी दुनिया के सारे कोने से कॉल्स आ रही हैं। मम्मी पापा के पेरेंट्स के कॉल आते हैं, लड़कियों के कॉल्स आते हैं, इवन लड़कों भी कॉल करते हैं, हमें ऐसा एक प्रॉब्लम हुई है, हमारा भी एक कन्वर्शन का, फोर्सफुल कन्वर्शन का, लव ट्रैप जिहाद का और आइडियोलॉजिकल कन्वर्शन का, लैंड जिहाद का विक्टिम है। हमें भी कुछ बताना चाहते हैं मगर हमें डर लगती है बताने के लिए। आप लोग इतने courage you have and you all people are very boldly saying to the whole world that you had such experience. ये तो हमारा महत्व नहीं है. It is not our greatness that we some people are able to face all you people. It is our Guruji Acharya Shri K.R. Manojji whose blessing, whose guidance which made us strong enough to face this great obstacle which our society, this conversion is the biggest problem that we know because we had experienced it. We are witnessing several such cases in daily basis. So हमारा आश्रम का एक ज़रूरत कितना है, हमारा आश्रम विद्या समाजम का ज़रूरत कितना है, हम जो कोर्स सीखकर सनातन धर्म के ओर आए हैं इसका ज़रूरत कितना है, ये समझकर, इसका नेसेसिटी समझकर हम इस काम के लिए हमारा पूरा जीवन आगे रखे हैं. और वी आर ready to speak just because nobody should be there like Shruti or like Dr. Anakha, like Chitra Chechi or Vishali and Adira or like Akhila and all. So we should guide. We should expose what happened in our life. Then only people can understand what is happening in and around. So we are the people. We are the only people who are saving this type of the people who became witness for the ideological or love trap jihad or whatever types of jihad or conversion. This is the only institution which is focusing to bringing back those who misguided.
जैसा विपुल शाह जी ने कहा कि नंबर 32,000 या 3 की नहीं है, जैसा हमारे एक्सपीरियंस में सिंस 1999 टिल डेट वी हैव बीन सक्सेसफुल इन ब्रिंगिंग बैक मोर देन 7,000 पीपल, बट दैट डजंट मीन दैट द नंबर इज ओनली 7,000. Even today, after we have of the 7,000 people who came back, 25 of us are full dedicated to this mission, full time working for this cause, fighting against conversions and bringing back people. And each of us are getting at least 5 to 10 calls from parents across the world saying, this is happening to my daughter in my family, or this is happening to my son in my family. What do we do? How do we bring them back? Please help us. So the number is not in 7,000 or 32,000. It's a larger, very larger number. It's very prevalently happening, and it's not just happening to girls, it's happening to boys also. In the recent past 1 year itself, we have had at least 4 cases of radicalization of young boys aged about 15 to 17, two from the US and 2 from UK, and we have been able to bring them back completely, and now they are fully following Sanatana Dharma. So let's not go by numbers. If you actually want to know the numbers, it's much higher. It's going to be much higher than 32,000. That's what I can say from our experience, and what is happening in not just Kerala today but around the world.
देखिए, ये 26 लोग में कोई भी IAS के ओर नहीं गए हैं, मगर उसके भी ज़्यादा वहाँ नहीं गए, मगर हमारा हम नहीं संरक्षण दिए तो हम आर्षविद्या समाजम और आचार्य जी हम सब लोग मदद नहीं किए तो उन लोगों का साथ भी ऐसा ही होता था. might have happened something with their life, with our life.
So if we have to talk about the 7,000 people that we have brought back, it's first of all not just women. It's both men and women whom we have brought back. And they were identified not through records, they were identified by their patterns of, they had been so radicalized or they were so brainwashed into a different ideology or state of mind due to a certain particular ideology, that their pattern of interactions with their family, pattern of interactions with their closed ones had changed so much that they had become averse to their own families. They wanted to leave their families, they wanted to disassociate from their friends and near and dear ones, and wanted to they were inclined or sympathizing with the anti-national or anti-human trend, which is what the parents or their close relatives noticed, and that was when they intervened and they brought them to Arsha Vidya Samajam, where we were able to debate with them based on we were able to give them counseling, intellectual, ideological counseling, and bring them back. So if you ask for records, 7,000 people we have the data, but then there is no evidence otherwise, because these people who have come back or have been affected, they don't speak up about it, or their families don't want to reveal their identities because of the political scenario or the because of the concern for the safety of their lives. People don't come out and speak about it. That's the reason there's no evidence. Like Nima Matthews' character depicts in the movie, when the policeman is asking for proof, where is the proof? So this is why we don't have proof. People don't come up and talk about it. Yeah, there is definitely documentation in terms of people who, there are about cases who have gone from Kerala, joined the IS. The most recent is that of a news disclosed by the Chief Minister of Kerala, Shri Pinarayi Vijayan himself. It was about Praju, who converted as Muhammad Amin. This is a news from Balusheri. I am just quoting the news. Praju's wife, a native of Balusheri, learnt about the whereabouts of her husband who fled 8 years ago after Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's statement in a press conference. Pinarayi Vijayan, who was speaking in the context of narcotic jihad, had revealed that Praju, a resident of Turutyad, Balusheri, was included in the list of Malayalis who joined the IS. Mangayam Amina Umma murder case, fled the country after causing a huge financial burden on his wife and family. The wife says that it is no surprise that he has joined a terrorist organization because he would do anything for money. He has married 4 times. Praju converted to Islam 3 years before marrying her. The young woman revealed that the man who had strong religious beliefs had forced her, a Sunni believer, to be radical in her beliefs and told her that if she did so, she would get money as she wished. In 2009, Amina Umma, an elderly woman, was murdered while living alone in her house in Mangayam, Variamala. Due to lack of evidence, the court acquitted Praju and another accused, that is in the murder case, due to lack of evidence. This was mentioned by the Chief Minister of Kerala himself. We have different cases, recorded evidence which was reported in news itself of different people who converted or got radicalized, or people who belong to a certain community or religion themselves who got radicalized and joined terrorist organization. No, not just IS but other terrorist organizations also. Not just that, there is recordable evidence of cases of love jihad in which the girl was found dead, girl or girls were found dead in suspicious situations. For example, Anila, Veni, Julie, students of Ambalapura, all this is related to Kerala. Anila, Veni, Julie, students of Ambalapura Model Higher Secondary School. Vrinda, Papinisheri, Kannur. We have at least 18 such cases of reported suspicious deaths linked with love jihad and other killings. See, when a person who has been radicalized or brainwashed into a certain ideology is brought to our institution, they are in a particular mindset that they are not even willing to converse with us. If you tell them, if you try to tell them morals, or if you try to tell them something about good values or something, they're not willing to listen. They say, I don't want to listen to something related to Hindu Dharma. I do not want you to quote from Vedas. I do not want you to hear anything from the Bhagavad Gita. I want to talk only on the basis of the Quran and the other authentic scriptures of Islam. So that is where the challenge is. So unless we ourselves are not well versed, or we haven't learned the scriptures, authentic scriptures which are leading these people, or certain verses from the authentic scriptures which is motivating these people into adopting radical or anti-national mindsets, and counsel them and bring them back by telling them how fallacious these are, or how dangerous these are, or how they have been fooled or brainwashed into believing that something like this is the words of God or divine inspiration. We have to know ourselves, or we have to be educated ourselves. So what we, answering your question, what we do, how we do, we counsel them based on comparative religion. That is, along with Sanatana Dharma, we also teach, or we also impart teachings in the scriptures or teachings of the other religions. All we teach Sanatana Dharma also. We teach all other religions, not just Islam. We teach Christian. I mean, we have studied and researched and taught about all other religions, and then we teach them the real history of India. That is the undistorted history of India, cultural, social, and the true history of India's freedom struggle. What we are taught in our textbooks today is mainly biased history. So we teach them the real history, which is based on facts and evidences and the current happenings. And we also provide them spiritual counseling based on Yoga Vidya and meditation and certain sadhanas. This is a overall comprehensive syllabus which is not, it's not like somebody comes, you talk to them, you can revert them in 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 hours. If it's purely ideological, just a 2 or 3 hours conversation is enough to bring someone back or de-radicalize them. For example, in the case of Anaga, she was brainwashed so ideologically, but it was purely ideological conversion. So in her case, it just, it just took about 3 hours to make her realize the fallacies of what she was made to believe and adopt such a mindset and bring her back. But if there is some other angle involved, for example, love trap or narcotic jihad or different other traps, then it takes time. You need to be very patient, and the person has to cooperate, the parents have to cooperate. So it's a very long process and a challenging one too.
Hi everyone. First of all, hats off to the entire crew, because you have done such an awesome job. This film is actually closely related to my life and to my heart. I'm Dr. Anaka. I'm coming from Thrissur, Kerala. I'm a physiotherapist by profession and full-time worker of Arsha Vidya Samajam. Before 2 years, I too went through a stage of conversion. And like Shalini Unnikrishnan, that character, my life was also changed upside down during my hostel days. Even though I was born and brought up in a practicing Hindu family, I was not at all aware about why I'm doing all these things, or I was unaware about my dharma. And when I went for my higher studies, I left home and joined in Ernakulam in a college, and I stayed in a hostel there. And like Asifa, I too had many roommates. The conversion strategy, what shown in the film, is exact, not a bit exaggeration. I must say that it is exact, because they themselves create a situation and slowly inject or slowly started to say about their religion. Between the normal conversations itself, between us, religion came a topic, and they started us questioning. Just like whatever you are asking. Actually, after seeing the film, I was really angry with you because you had acted so much best, okay? Just like that strategy means, first they will ask questions, they will put you in confusion, and at that confused state, they will start criticizing our religion, that is our gods. The same exact questions, why are you having this much gods, why are you praying to a stone, so much questions they keep on asking. And because of we are unaware about why we are following all these things, or I was unaware about my dharma, so I couldn't answer any of those questions. And like Shalini Unni Krishnan kept silent, I also kept silent. And after noticing, I felt that somewhere I am a degrading thought came to me, that why I am not knowing these things, so I have to search on. So I came to my parents and asked these questions, what I faced from my friends. And they told me that just because our forefathers are doing all this, we are following the same. There was, it was obviously not convincing to me. I started searching in social medias also, but there also I couldn't get any convincing answers, because many explanation to shlokas, etc., are given. But what a common man has doubts, it was not given by any of the scholars, or any, I couldn't get from any sources. So slowly, as depicted in the film itself, slowly Shalini started to ask questions. Okay, if this is wrong, then what is right? They make us to ask like that. And slowly I started asking, okay, then what is right? And they started to say that Allah is the only God. No others should be worshipped other than Allah. If you worship anybody rather than Allah, you will be put in hell. The first thing they will present, they are presenting their ideology in such a way that it is the best and it is the only truth. And slowly I started asking more questions, and when they notice that we are interested, they will give more books, that is Quran translations, that is called tafsir. And also they started to share videos of Zakir Naik and MM Akbar and all. And actually these videos of those people made me actually, radicalized. I was radicalized to that ideology, because I slowly, gradually, my brain was fed up with this radicalized ideology. I was becoming a dangerous girl, I must say, because I started to believe that none of the ideologies except Islam is right. And not only right, I started hating, because it is said in the Quran itself, no consideration should be given to the kafirs. I'm not at all exaggerating it. There are many verses in the Quran itself how they consider, or how Allah consider kafirs. So I was keep on studying this ideology, and slowly I became a anti-Hindu. And I must say that not only anti-Hindu, I became anti-human, because my parents' tears, my family's tears was not at all bothering me. They kept on crying and fall to my feet and said, please don't go away. I started all practices that is followed by Muslim, that I was living like a Muslim woman. For about 5 years, I studied Islam, and at 2020, I was actually living like a Muslim woman. And at that time, you can just imagine, I was from a practicing Hindu family, and puja and all are going on in my home. At that time, in upstairs, I am doing namas. And my parents couldn't tolerate what I am doing. They can't even stop me. But what to say?
We had such experience. Nobody should come to this experience. No more Shruti, no more Chitra, no more Adira, no more Dr. Anagha should come. We will fight. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you. Thank you all also. We will fight. We Arsha Vidya Samajam associating, seeking help from other organizations also. Will fight against these anti-nationals. We will not allow anybody to become prey again. We will fight. Please support us. Thank you. Thank you all.